welcome back, everybody, to the Collecting Brothers. I'm John. This is Josh. Got another full week here. We're coming up on the holiday week. I thought it was going to be like a dead week. I might have to pull some bootlegs, some third-party figures, but no, we actually had some pretty good stuff come out today or this week. So
there always is. There's always something.
There's always something. Some 12-inch or 6-inch plastic that we need to talk about. So let's go ahead and jump right in, friends. First up here, we're jumping over to McFarlane Toys. They announced a $30 Ultimate Doom figure, but this is a glow in the dark. Now, my personal, my first take here, love it, a torso up. I understand like the bottom potentially might not have the color for it, but the torso looks great.
Yeah, I don't see any issues with this. I think it's a good avenue for his Blacklight editions, the Doomslayer skin, especially. I think I feel like it even works better with that he used the retro body, like the N64 Doomslayer version, because you know that Blacklight. You know, I feel like we saw a lot of that, like as kids, like laser tag or like a lot of that was like gimmicky back then, and not so much nowadays. And so I think it looks really cool, especially on a retro-esque figure. Yeah,
I agree. I think it does look good. And this kind of shows a little more of like the pants. Not a lot of fluorescent going on there, but it's the pants. So, but yeah, the 5,100 pieces for this limited edition gold label here. You get that cool, sick Doom art back on the back of this packaging. And here's everything you're getting with it. Cool stand, card stand. You know, kind of what we expect from McFarlane.
It's always weird though how like with these special editions, like the sketch, Blacklight, whatever it may be, the edition sizes change like every time. Like they're always like these random numbers, and I wonder what goes into those decisions, because I swear they're always different.
They are. There's like one that's like 3,200, and there's the 79.
There's like 7,000.
Yeah, and then the 5-1. Yeah, I wonder.
It's weird.
Who or why they decide that. All right, well, let's go ahead and keep going here. We got some Batman the Animated Series Wave 2. They're doing a Build-A-Figure in this wave as well, and it's that guy in the center called Lockup. These are exclusive to Target. The first one here is Batman, reusing that original body mold, but new head sculpt and new head. This one's Blind as a Bat Batman. $30 here for this figure.
You know, it is the McFarlane Toys, but it's in collaboration with DC Direct. And for some reason, I feel like the DC Direct figures are actually really good. Like, I almost wish, like, back in the olden days when Mattel had licensed, they would do the same thing, where DC Direct. I don't know what I think it's like a different company. Okay. Because they do like and they are releasing concurrently with McFarlane Toys. Like, so they've recently released like the DC Direct Zombie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Line. Yeah. So they've done the deceased line, and they've even done just regular versions back when the Mattel had the license. And I feel like they use a different plastic than McFarlane Toys, and personally I think it's a more solid plastic. And so with these you're definitely going to get, I think, a better figure.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder if that's what is going to happen with the Hasbro page punchers. Is it like them taking Hasbro ideas, or is Hasbro taking their ideas? Is it right? Like if it's DC Directs. Yeah, I don't know. But it does come with a cloth good cape, which is kind of a little add-in. It's nothing like double wire. It's not double like lined or wired or anything like that. Just a nice little cloth good cape there. But there's everything you're getting. Batarangs, those 2 different head sculpts, and that Build-A-Figure chest piece. Next up in the way, we're getting a Joker in his trench coat. $30 as well. And yeah, I mean, it is very, very animated, right? Which is, if you dig it, you dig it. If you like the cell shading, you don't. But yeah.
And that's also why these are $30. That's DC Direct's price point. And they've even like 5 years ago, DC Directs have always been $30. And so if you're ever wondering like, well, it's so high, because usually Todd charges $25 even with baths, right?
Right.
But that's why they're $30.
Okay. So it's the DC Direct pricing. Todd, like execution maybe. It does come with Lockup's arms though. But yeah, there's that trench coat Joker. Also, we're getting a Riddler. And look how tiny his feet are. Very much the animated series. I think they're doing a great job on replicating that in action figure form.
Yeah. This one looks kind of funky. Yeah, this one, and that's the source material, but it does look a little funky. Especially that picture right there. That picture, the way his chest is and the neck is positioned. Not that one. The one where it's like 3/4 view. That one just looks a little, and that's just, I think, the angle of it makes it look a little weird.
Yeah. Interesting articulation too at the hip there. It looks like there's some type of swivel, and then maybe a rotation forward and back, and to get that leg wide. And I don't know. It's interesting on the tooling.
It's an old articulation scheme. Like this is how like the old DC directs like years ago used to be run, and I think they're just doing this because it's the simplified animated series where they're like, oh, it doesn't need that much articulation because people are not buying it for that purpose. It's like it's because it's cheaper to do it that way.
Okay, all right. But he comes with lockups, legs there, cane, baton, three sets of hands, and then last, this is the one that I was kind of that stood out to me on the wave. To get a Jim Gordon, and if you watch the animated series or not, I feel like this look of Jim is probably his most iconic outside of the Nolan stuff. But man, just really looks like Commissioner Gordon here.
Yeah, this one's definitely the highlight of the wave. The only thing I would say is I like the cell shading on the coat, but I feel like they should have gone a shade lighter or darker, whichever you want to bring up on the pants. Like I feel like the contrast is a little too much. Like there should either be like a three shade tone, like add a mid tone, or lower one of the tones. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, because honestly, it looks like he peed his pants.
Exactly. Like if you look at the jacket, it's a very subtle and it looks good. Like that, the dark brown, it's closer, it's subtle. Yeah, and this one is just too harsh. I think
looks like a little bit of an accident, Jim. You gotta wear your pants.
Literally, that's what it looks like, though.
He's getting too old. But he gets a megaphone. Comes with lock heads, shoulder pads, and head. 3 sets of hands. Yeah, no, this is a cool look. I do like this Jim Gordon. This out of all of them reminds me of the animated series the most.
Definitely.
But let's actually go back here, and we can take a look at the Build-A-Figure, which is Lockup, and he's a little bit bigger, not like huge, but bigger guy, and it could just get more villains, right? Like I have not heard of Lockup, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the cool thing. It's almost like sometimes companies will make a figure that is like popular that everyone wants sometimes.
Right.
But I feel like even previously when they did Condiment King with the last wave, they're doing obscure characters, which I think is actually a smart move. I think collectors and people who will buy these figures will buy it to collect and get those obscure characters.
Yeah, and they can always do like a single release of a super, important villain, right? Like you don't have to have the main Build-A-Figure be the reason you buy the figure. Right? It can just be because you got like Jim Gordon, you pick up Lockheed, great, you have or Lockup, you have more villains. Yeah, that is interesting. All right, but that will do it for McFarlane. Let's jump over to SH Figure Arts. They announced a Netflix One Piece, so the live action version of Nami. And I'm not familiar with this property, but assuming they're doing an okay job replicating the live action figures, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it has a really good likeness to the actress. And did you hear, like, this is more just like anime related news, but Netflix is actually doing like a redo of the anime called The One Piece. And it's going to be animated by Wit Studios, like the people who did the first half of Attack on Titan, which to be honest, Wit is better than Mappa in my opinion. I just think that like Wit is way good.
Wit did less of the CGI stuff, which nothing against CGI, it's just they did less of it.
Well, yeah, they did less of it, but they did the Colossal Titan, but that was just for time crunch. That was just for time crunch. But no, I just think that their artists are better, and so it's going to be I think because Netflix has seen the success of this movie, they are going to do a redo of the anime, just more condensed and just following the manga more truly, and so there's just less filler because I think it's just daunting for people to get it when there's like 1,000+ episodes.
Yeah, there's like 1,000+. Yeah.
And so I'm so excited. Like, I think I'm finally going to watch One Piece. I'm going to watch The One Piece. The fact that it's Wit, updated animation, and it's more condensed, right? There's just less fillers.
There's less filler. No
like,
fillers.
man, I hope like maybe something we could get like a Naruto version of that too would be sick.
All killer, no
One
filler.
Piece, man. They're lucky.
Well, they're
diehard fans. Yeah.
Well, if it does well, though, like that means they'll do it for their other anime shows that they do.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. But yeah, there's Nami. Next up, we're getting a premium Bandai web exclusive, my boy, Jet Jaguar, $77 here. We talked about his announcement, but here he is in the full reveal, and he's looking good, dude. Love how bright those yellows are, those reds, those blues. Just really, really classic Jet Jaguar. And he has a little bit of a silver on his faceplate there as well. So I'm excited for this one.
Definitely. Yeah. I think that's the highlight with this figure is just the paintwork, right? The metallics coming out really shiny, especially on the helmet. The dome is very looks like metal. Mm-hmm. And then those primary colors just working.
Yeah. Here he is in his classic flight mode. In the movie, he's an actual toy that they used and just flung around on a string. So you can recreate that. Here he is doing an Ultraman pose, and you get that sick thumbs up, dude. Yeah, I just love this this character as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be picking this one up for sure. You also get a little miniature like before because he's kind of like an Ant-Man thing, like where he can enlarge himself to that size, so you can get like a little scale version of the actual Jet Jaguar before he enlarges. But yeah, not bad to get that full reveal there for Jet Jaguar. All right, next up, all you Yu-Gi-Oh fans, it's time to do. We're getting a Red Eyes Black Dragon to go along with their Blue Eyes White Dragon that they released. $100 for this bad boy, and even if you're not a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, you just like dragons. This is cool.
It is. It's kind of this kind of showed up later in the anime. You know, it wasn't. It was more just like, oh my gosh, people love Blue Eyes. We gotta ride the wave on that. And so, I mean, I think the red and black color scheme works with it. And overall, they look like they're very articulated. Like it's not like brick.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a Godzilla brick. It looks like it can move.
Yeah, like you can really get all those parts moving. And I mean, this one kind of shows it off here, all like kind of condensed out. So yeah, no, this looks good, and you can have them fighting your Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Jeez, I gotta get that Blue Eyes though. That one for sure. Bye.
Yeah, these do look good though, like a little dichotomy here, both of them. So yeah, $100 there for that Red Eyes Black Dragon. All right, next up, we're getting full power Frieza. This is the beefcake Frieza here. He's been to the gym every single day, didn't skip no workouts. He's huge. He's yoked. I like this pose, man. Yeah,
I think this is a great release, and I'm glad that it's not a Bandai exclusive. Because usually I feel like they've been doing a lot of those and just kind of doing, like, especially when it's like an obscure, like this is Frieza, but it's like an obscure version of Frieza. And so usually they save those for the Bandai. So I'm glad this is mainline. And I think it's a good choice, and it looks like it's gonna be a massive figure, right? So I'm excited for this one.
It's gonna be big, man. I think they did a really good job on the sheen of the purple paint there. Like, it just really looks like it's separate from everything else, and just very much Frieza, clear, whatever it is. But yeah, cut off tail. Here he is fighting with Goku. Yeah, not bad.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense though too, because they're just releasing that new version of the Battle Damage Goku. Because we had a Battle Damage Goku, but it was kind of with like the torn gi, where it's just like a ripped gi, and then this one is completely just bodiless. And so now, that makes sense, so that you can have like the companion piece.
Right. Full power Frieza, man. I love these effects pieces too, man. Those look sick.
Yeah.
And the way they lit this, where they lit it from up, so the pink actually shines onto Frieza. Great job on that photography. Yeah. All right, let's head over to Storm Collectibles. Something to kind of go up against the previously announced, I guess not announced, but teased, the Street Fighter figures from Jada Toys. Storm Collectibles has given us a Blanca from Street Fighter 2. And it's just a tease. Like, we didn't get the full reveal, just this up-close Blanca picture.
I think this is really cool. And like, especially because we kind of talked about our previous episode where we thought that the Jada Toys Blanca was just subpar. The colors looked bad. The scaling was kind of off. And with Storm Collectibles being a kind of 7 and 7.5 inch figure line, this Blanca is going to be big. And so I feel like, for me personally, I might just get like the Jada Toys and then just get the Storm Blanca to fill that in, because it's going to be a better scale, better color.
Well, even like maybe
this thing looks good.
Has Storm done M Bison yet? Because like maybe you can just get the bigger. You can get the bigger ones in the Storm Collectibles, and then just get the normal.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, that's actually, I think, the most cost-effective way to get like a really nice a Street Fighter display. I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's cool. So we'll get you updated once the full reel gets announced. But yeah, all right, let's jump over to Metafuck.com. Mayfix. They are giving us a Shin Kamen Rider, and I got really excited. I know SH Figure Arts has done it, but they've done all the other Kamen Riders, right? But to get the Shin in the true like 6-inch scale from Mayfix, where you get this beautiful likeness, I'm excited for this figure.
Yeah, I definitely. The Figure Arts one was phenomenal. I thought the figure looked amazing, especially that long cloth good cape, trench coat. I mean. And it looks like they're doing the same. So I can't wait for the comparisons, because you're right. This one is going to be a little bit larger, and I think a better scale for me. But ultimately, I think we'll see how they stack up, especially the jackets, because this jacket, I can't really see it very well.
Yeah, it's really dark. Yeah. But this like base figure looks great, I think.
Yeah. And this like this Shin Kamen Rider, man, it's a nice look. Like, even if you're not a fan of Kamen Rider, just like the overall design of him, I think is really good.
It's on Amazon Prime right now. If you haven't watched it, go watch the Shin Kamen Rider. It's Hideyoko Anno's, man. If you love Evangelion, just kind of love the Shin universe, go check it out. I think he did a good job at retelling the story.
Nice. And so, something I was thinking about, look at the face sculpt. I was like thinking, maybe that could work for like a Boba Fett, man, like a young Boba Fett. Kind of has like the same hair.
Does have the same hair, yeah. Yeah, interesting. I was thinking Kino, but I saw a little bit of Kino in there from Turtles.
Yeah, I see that too, yeah.
All right, let's take it around the net. ATN. Hiya Toys has given us an exquisite basic series of the Godzilla from 2014. So it is fully articulated, stands around 6.3 inches, $51. This is honestly my personal favorite design of Godzilla from MonsterVerse. Like the way they did the snout and the facial features on this Godzilla is one of my favorites. So that's kind of why I threw it in here. It's not like the top tier highest stuff that they do, but it is an articulated 6-inch figure. And Godzilla doesn't need a lot of articulation.
Not only does he not need a lot of articulation, companies are not even able to execute it. Like if you look at NECA's or Figuarts, right? Like they're T-Rex arms. They're not going to move. He's just going to be standing there and you can move the T-Rex arms up and down. And that's all.
Yeah.
And wave the tail. As long as the tail can go side to side, that's all even the expensive Godzilla figures are going to do anyways.
Right. But yeah, nice and big for any Godzilla fans for that. Especially if you maybe don't have the 2014 version, you can probably pick one up now from Hiya Toys. And I think the quality that Hiya is producing, I think, is good. I know they have lots of different different toy lines, but this exquisite stuff that they do are the kind of higher end of the highest stuff.
And does that run like 6 or 7 inches? How tall is it?
6.3 inches.
Oh, okay. So just about the same size as the Figuarts and NECA ones.
Yeah. $51 for that one there. That Gojira. And he's having a year, man. Godzilla's having a stellar year, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump over to Sentinel. Sentinel's giving us some more fighting armor. They're doing Magneto here. $88. So, Iron Man inspired Magneto. Wired cloth capes too.
They've done a lot of these. Like they've done like Wolverine, Venom, Iron Man, right? And for a lot of characters, they don't work. But for some reason, this Magneto one is actually working for me. I'm interested in picking this one up. I've never gotten a Sentinel of these the mech Marvel characters that they've done. Yeah, but this one, it just looks nice, and I feel like it conceptually, like Magneto would make a metal suit so that he can levitate. You know.
Right. Yeah, he can levitate himself. Like I think the armor pieces work well with Magneto. Like Magneto already has that type of like color scheme and outfit on, like boots, crotch underwear, the shoulder pads, the gauntlets. Like it is already very armorish, and especially his helmet. Like it's just amazing. But yeah, no, I think this looks good. Wired cape, cool effects. I love the little leg. I don't know if we can get a shot of it. The inside of the thighs there. I love that it's kind of more like a machine. You can kind of see the machineness of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that fighting armor, Sentinel's fighting armor, Magneto. Not bad. All right, but that will go ahead and wrap it up for this week, friends. Some exciting stuff. Again, I thought it was going to be a slim picking week, but I thought we had some good reveals this week as well. So let's go ahead. We are so close. I think we're only like 5, 6.
Something like that, yeah.
Subscribers away from our 1,000 subscriber giveaway. So close, friends. John's going to tell you how to enter that. Make sure you do it because we're coming up on that. Probably, I would say, by the end of the year.
This might be your last chance. This might be your last enter.
Yeah, so make sure you're commenting all your pick of the weeks. Again, let's let John take it away. He'll tell you all about it. Today, we are announcing our Road to 1,000 subscribers giveaway. In this giveaway, we're going to give away one lucky subscriber, their choice, this figure, or this. So we're looking at a Miggs Mayfield, as well as Art Commander Havoc. All right, and once we have reached our goal of 1,000 subscribers, we will pick a global winner across all of our weekly podcast episodes. So make sure you're commenting down each week for multiple entries into the giveaway. Be sure that you are subscribed to our channel if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all of our content here. And if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to show some love and smash that like button. All right, let's head back to the pick of the weeks. All right, welcome back. Josh, what are you thinking? What's your pick of the week this week?
Let's see here. I'm stuck between the Frieza and the Sentinel Magneto.
Okay.
To be honest, I think I'm gonna go Sentinel Magneto. That Magneto,
Okay.
something about that suit and the cloth cape, and I'm more interested now in like higher end 6-inch collectibles.
Right.
Like I feel like I could just replace like the helmet and maybe just put a more Magneto helmet, like an actual like Hasbro or figure or something like that.
Right.
And it would look amazing, I think. So I'm going with the Sentinel Magneto.
Okay, Sentinel Magneto, not a bad choice. I'm thinking about that Jim Gordon, man. I really dig him, but I think my pick of the week, I think I'm going to go Frieza. I think they just did a great job. Frieza is a very simple like color scheme, but when you do it well, I think they did a good job. So I'm going to go Frieza, full power Frieza for my pick.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially like if you notice it has like even the slightest of blue accents in between the crevices.
Right.
Like there's some paint in there. It's not just all white.
Yeah, no, that's great. So, all right, friends. Well, as always, keep collecting, keep playing. May the action figure gods smile upon you. Peace.